Good morning, everyone. Here we are back again at Virtual Preschool, and I am glad you have decided to join Circle Time today. So, boy, there is quite a glare on the calendar, isn't there? So let's go ahead and figure out what day of the week it is. So the last day of school we had was Monday. So Tuesday. So today is Wednesday. So let's go ahead and move that rainbow arrow down to Wednesday. And who remembers the name of the month? We've had this month for a little while now. It's not even a new month anymore. All right, yes, January. So let's go ahead and count those numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. What comes next? 12. Yes, so let's figure out the pattern. So we have snow person, hat, mitten. Snow person, hat. What's next? Mitten. Yes, so we have a number 12 with a mitten on it. Put that right in there. That was yesterday, a 3's day, so we need to keep going. 10, 11, 12. What comes next? 13. And our pattern, snow person, hat, mitten. Snow person, hat, mitten. What's next? Snow person. That is right. So a number 13 with a snow person on it. All right, so the date, let's say the whole date. Today is Wednesday, January 13th, and remember our new year is 2021 or 2021. All right, so let's look at the weather. So look out the window at your house and see if it is sunny. Oops, let's start over here. Partly cloudy, cloudy, sunny, windy, rainy, stormy, or snowy. And then you'll need to step out the door to see what the temperature feels like. Remember, we have our little thermometer here. So does it feel burning hot, hot, warm, cool, cold, or freezing cold? Remember, freezing cold is anything that's 32 degrees or under. So you can have your mom or dad look on their weather app and see what the temperature actually is, and that can help you to determine where your temperature should be on this little thermometer. So let's hang that back up. And just a reminder, because I didn't remind you on Monday, that we are in the season of winter, right? There's our little January up there. I know it's really hard for you all to see, but we are in the season of winter. And this week we're continuing to talk about the season of winter, right? Last week we kind of talked about the things that we have to wear to go outside in the winter, and we kind of talked about the ways you can tell it's winter. And this week we're talking about snow, ice, and snowflakes. Remember, we read this, where did it go? We read this book that I told you that another teacher like me made, right? So today we're going to read another book about winter. Let's get out our mystery envelope and pull out our book and see what it is about today. All right, this one is called Snow is Falling. So let's go ahead, and I believe, if I remember right from reading this book, that it is all about snow. Night has come and snow is falling. It falls without a sound. Look at the street light. You can see snow falling in front of it. The snow may fall all night. The snow may fall all day. The snow gets deeper and deeper. The lawn is white. The trees are white, and so are the roofs of houses. Everything is covered. Everything is white. Everything is quiet and cold. It is always cold when snow falls. It is so cold that water vapor freezes in the air. This makes snowflakes. Let a snowflake fall on your mitten. The snowflake may be big, it may be small. If the snowflake is very small, look at it through a magnifying glass. A magnifying glass makes things look bigger. Count the sides on each snowflake. Who remembers from our book that we read the other day how many sides all snowflakes have? Yeah, 6 sides. Very good. Each snowflake has 6 sides. Each snowflake is different, but each one has 6 sides. The snowflake will look like this, or like this, or all different ways, right? Because each snowflake is different. Sometimes snow is wet and sticky. When you walk in wet, sticky snow, you splash and slip and slide. Sometimes snow is light, dry, and fluffy. Walking through snow is fun. Remember in the book we read the other day what it said about the fluffy, like airy snow, the puffy stuff? That it has more ice in it, right? Less water, more ice. You can kick it into the air. You can scoop up a big shovelful of light, dry snow. You can run and roll and ski in the snow. You can slide on your sled. You can build a snowman. But remember, the kind of snow that you need to use for a snowman is that wet kind, right? The kind that has more water in it. That's the kind that packs together better. Snow can be fun, but what does snow do? Is it good for plants? Is it good for animals? Is it good for you and me? Let's find out. Snow covers plants that must stay in the ground all winter. The snow is like a blanket. Because the plants are covered, wind, ice, and cold cannot hurt them. Plants that are covered with snow can live through the cold winter. Snow is good for plants. So isn't that funny? Snow keeps plants warm. Isn't that interesting? Yeah, it's like a blanket. Snow is good for many animals too. Worms and mice, moles and chipmunks stay under the ground all winter. The blanket of snow keeps the wind and cold from the animals. Snow helps to keep them warm. You can see how this works. See how they're all down underneath there, under the ground, and there's that layer of snow on top. And that is like a blanket, just like for those plants, and it helps to keep their little homes and themselves warm. Get 2 thermometers. Bury 1 thermometer in the snow. So once it snows again, maybe we can do this, right? Hang the other thermometer outdoors. Hang it from a tree or beside a window. After an hour, uncover the thermometer in the snow. What is the temperature? Look at the other thermometer. What is the temperature? Where is it cooler? Snow protects many plants and animals from the wind and cold. So what do you think? Since you know that the snow keeps the plants and the animals warm in the winter, or warmer, which thermometer do you think is going to be the warmest? The one in the snow or the one out of the snow? And that's an experiment you can try at home. Snow is good in other ways. Melted snow gives us water for our wells, our streams, and our rivers. When winter is over, the sun warms the snow. The snow melts slowly and water goes into the soil. The soil becomes crumbly. Plants grow well in the loose, moist, warm soil. So right when snow melts, it turns into water, which our plants also need. Sometimes snow is not good. When strong winds blow, the soft, quiet snow becomes a howling blizzard. A blizzard makes life hard for animals and people. When snow piles high, it may be so deep that animals cannot move. The snow covers their food. Cars may get stuck. Power lines may blow down. So Probably most of you have been not in a snowstorm, but seen a snowstorm before, right? And sometimes the power goes out. Sometimes we don't want to go out and drive because the roads are bad. The deep snows of winter may melt fast in the spring. There is more water than streams can carry. The streams overflow. There may be floods. That's not really something we have to worry about too much here. Snow can make life hard, but it is fun to run, roll, and ski in. Snow gives us water for wells, streams, and rivers. Snow is good for plants and animals. Snow is good for people. It is good for you and me. All right, so boy, there was a lot of information about snow in that book, wasn't there? Some of it was kind of the same as we had learned from our other book the other day. All right, so I have some new work to show you from your packet. Now remember in this book how it talked about, it talked about how at the very beginning, where did it go? It says, it is so cold that water vapor freezes in the air. So this activity talks about how a snowflake is formed. Okay? So in your packet you have a little paper that looks like this. It says the life cycle of a snowflake. And there are these little cards that kind of go with it, and there's dotted lines, and that usually means you have to do some cutting. So you do. You're going to cut on these little dotted lines, and you're going to remember to keep that thumb up, right? And our helper hand is helping to hold the other part of the paper. So I'm going to cut all of these out. So when a snowflake forms, first, when there's the water vapor, right? And the water droplets also. So the water droplets freeze. That's going to be the first one. The water droplets freeze. So you're going to put some glue on that one. Oh, and I forgot. There's a spot for your name. I did not put a pencil on my thing, though. I forgot. So don't forget to write your name up at the top. I forgot my pencil. We're going to glue this one up at the top. So water droplets freeze. There we go, that's the first one. Water droplets freeze. And then, after the water droplets freeze, ice crystals form. Let me show you that. Ice crystal forms. All right. Stick that on here. That's the second one. We're going to put it kind of in the order of how a clock goes, from left to right. There we go. So water droplets freeze, they turn to ice crystals, and then the ice crystals grow bigger, right, into snowflakes. So we're going to put some glue on that one. And then, after they grow bigger, the snowflake falls. So there are the snowflakes falling right there. That's your snow. So that is how a snowflake is formed. Water droplets freeze, ice crystals are formed, the ice crystals grow bigger into snowflakes, and then the snow falls, right? And it starts all back over again, just like the water cycle. If you were here last year, which some of you were, we talked about the ice or the water cycle, I think. Wait, did we get to that? Actually, we might not have gotten to that last year. I think maybe that was before we or after we had to close. So no, we did not do that last year. Hopefully we will get to that this year. Okay, so also in your packet, you have a blue piece of paper. Oh wait, no, you don't have a blue piece of paper. I have a blue piece of paper. You're gonna need to get a piece of paper. And in your packet, you have these templates for something called pattern blocks, okay? At preschool, I'm sure some of you remember the pattern blocks that we had at preschool if you were here last year. These are the same thing. They're just printed on white paper so that you can use them to make snowflakes, okay? That's why they're white. At preschool, we often use the pattern blocks, and we have pattern block cards that show you different designs for snowflakes. But at home, you're going to use these. So your mom and dad are going to need to cut some of these out for you first. All right? This was not something that Miss Mika or her helper would be able to have time to do because there's so many of them. All right, so mom and dad are going to need to cut some of each shape out for you. And I have some cut out here already from previously. So remember, snowflakes have how many sides? Yeah, 6 sides. So you're going to try to make your snowflake have 6 sides. All right, that's kind of the goal. All right. So one way that makes that easy to start that 6-sided snowflake is that one of our pattern blocks is a hexagon with 6 sides, just like a snowflake. So I'm going to start my snowflake with the hexagon. You can also start it other ways. There are ways to kind of make the hexagon or other ways to make it 6-sided, but I'm going to kind of start with the hexagon. I'm going to put that in the middle of my paper. You do not have to do it the same way as me, okay? In fact, I don't want you to do the same thing as me. I want you to do something that you have come up with on your own, okay? So there's a hexagon. Then I am going to use, let's see, I think I'll use the triangles. So I'm going to continue on with the 6 sides. So let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've got 6 triangles, and I'm going to glue those around on each of the points. So snowflakes also have 6 points, 6 sides and 6 points. So I'm going to put 1 triangle on each of these points. See this? All right, you could also put the triangle on the sides of it. There's so many different ways to make snowflakes out of pattern blocks. So mine is just one way, and I want you to figure out your own way, which is also part of the reason why I'm not going to finish mine, because I don't want you to copy it. All right, I want you to make your own. And I would love to see pictures of these. So if your mom or dad post it on Facebook or send me in an email your pattern block snowflake, I would love to see all the snowflakes. So I'm just going to finish up doing this part just to give you an idea of what you're doing. Okay, there you go. Now I would probably keep going to make mine a little more elaborate, more shapes, because you've got lots of shapes to use, right, in your little pack there. All right, so that is how you start a pattern block snowflake, and you can start it other ways too. So everyone's going to make their own that looks the way they would like it to look, right? Okay, so that is what I have to show you today. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I will see some of you today at 10:30 for small group, and Friday is packet pickup day. So everyone have a great day. Bye.